What's up, everybody? What's going on? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Um, 15 games today. Let's get right to it. Let me get this here shared out. For sure. Go right through these games real quick. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit notification. Facebook, if you're on Facebook, hey, um, follow the page, whatever the case may be. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's get right to it. All right, man. Uh, hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. Mine was man, I guess. But let's take a quick look at the weather real fast. Kevin Rolfe. All right, let's take a look at the weather here, and right off the bat, Colorado and Cincinnati looks like any shower stay south, and we avoid any trouble here. Winds a bit in from the left. A bit from the left to right to 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chicago and Pittsburgh winds a bit in from the left, a bit left to right at 10 miles an hour. Again, rains holds south. St. Louis and Washington, we got it orange and red. This is here. It's not a good look yet. I don't think so. I don't think so. Scattered showers all afternoon start to taper off a bit this evening, but even then, it's not fully dry. So they either postpone it early or late start for a few hours. Hope they get some clearing. And even then, they might have to postpone and or play in the rain. I think they postpone it probably early. If they do play it coolish with the winds blowing in from right center at near 20 miles an hour, it'll be good pitching weather. Okay, so big time weather concerns for this St. Louis and Washington game. Big time weather concern. Atlanta at Philly. What's up, Aces? What's going on? Atlanta at Philly. Likely going to see some rain in Philly tonight, but it looks pretty light. My guess is they might. My guess is they played through some showers, but I can't rule out a delay of some sort. Winds mostly right to left at 10 miles an hour, and then Seattle, New York, which is yellow and orange. High res models are a bit more aggressive with light rain here than in Philly. It looks like the rain. It looks like light rain to start, building into moderate rain later in the game. So first, we need to see if they plan on playing and playing on time. Then we need to see how many innings we can squeeze in. Maybe all of them soaked. Despite that ugly sounding forecast, I'm still a gut feel. I still gut feel optimistic. But we'll definitely need to revisit this closer to first pitch. Winds in from center at 10 miles an hour. All right, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Seattle, New York, right there. A raindrop or two for this Oakland and Cleveland. A raindrop or two, not enough to stop play. Boston, Minnesota. Um, Minnesota is checked is the hottest game of the day. Afternoon games included. The ball should carry quite well. So we got heat. All right. So we know what that ball does in the heat. All right, and then we got San Diego Padres again. Winds blowing out at 20 miles an hour in a park that minimizes wind impact. I needed Soto to hit that home run last night. He didn't, man, but he did have a good game. That's why hits, runs, and RBIs, are good bets there. All right, so we really got concern for this St. Louis and Washington game here. Weather concerns are, big weather concerns there. If they get it in, like you said, if they postpone it, probably early. But if they do play in coolest weathers with winds blowing in from right at center at 20 miles an hour, that's good pitching weather. All right, so we got concerns there with the weather. All right, so let me pop that off the screen. Always have your lineup page. Let's get into it. First game on the docket here, game where I'm pretty much undecided in is Baltimore Orioles at Tampa Bay Rays. We had an over under 7.5. Boy, did Baltimore Orioles come out jump all over their ass yesterday. That was wild. That was really really wild, man. But I ended up when they jumped out over when they jumped out like that. I ended up taking the over 10 and 11 and a half or 10 and a half. I smashed that when I was on my way to the movies. I smashed that after they put up those 6 runs in the first. What was that? 6 runs, 4 runs, or whatever. So I took the over. So live betting is major key. You know what I'm saying? I took the over there. So right here we got Taj Bradley on the mound. Taj Bradley is sporting. Taj Bradley's got a big time K rate, man. You know. So let's show you guys. Um, Taj Bradley, 33% K rate, 35 to lefties, 30 to righties. He does have good K stuff, so that's one thing that you can look at there. Barrel percentage is pretty much down a little bit there, probably giving up some power to righties, but you know it is what it is. All right. Tyler Wells, 26% K percentage, 29 to lefties, 30 to lefties, and 24 to righties. He's got good K stuff as well. All right. His barrel percentage is up, which means he can't give up some home runs and give up some hard contact. So his barrel percentage is up there. All right. I don't have a side in this one here. I couldn't talk about the strikeouts. So if you want to look at some strikeouts for Taj Bradley, you could. I couldn't talk you off of that. Like I say, he does have immense K stuff and vice versa. Tyler Wells got good K stuff too. All right. So be my guest right there. When you're looking at the strikeouts, Taj Bradley, he's line sitting at 5.5. He's got there in all these games, every game except for 2. Is he due for some regression? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? It probably is. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But last 3 games, the walks have been a problem for him. So there you have that. All right. His outs line is not out right now, but his strikeout prop it is in play. I don't know if I'll get there, but it's in play. And like I said, right along with Tyler Wells. Tyler Wells, his strikeout prop is sitting at 5.5. Tampa Bay number 20th in the league is striking out. Neither one of these pitchers have faced these teams, so you know it is what it is. There. I don't have a side in this game. Tell you the truth, like I said, I don't have a side in this game. Tyler Wells been pitching good. Bradley has been pitching good. Bats here. Let's see. Bats here. That I think I got a few bats here. Now you guys know I liked Ryan O'Hearn yesterday. Hey, guess what? I really really liked him, and he goes out and hits a home run. I don't bet it. So, it is what it is. All right. So, I couldn't talk you off Ryan O'Hearn. He could still be hot there. Austin Hayes, I had him in there. He's got an 831 OPS versus righties. Gunnar Henderson, 800 OPS versus righties. I liked him yesterday as well, but he did end up getting into the lineup. And then there's Ryan O'Hearn. Okay. So, Ryan O'Hearn, he's definitely an honorable mention there. He went yard yesterday. If you want to fact check him, you can go back and see if he can do it again today. The only other bat I was looking at was Yandy Diaz for Tampa Bay there. I was looking at Yandy Diaz, but no side on this one here, just a few bats in and out. Toronto Blue Jays at Miami Marlins. We got Gosman on the mound. We got Alcantara on the mound. We got an over under 7, which means I don't want to mess with any bats here. Gosman, I get a pitcher lean towards Toronto. Alcantara on the mound. He hasn't been the same, Alcantara that we seen last year. Can he pop up? He probably could pop out. Last 2 games, Gosman pitched. He only had 4 Ks apiece, so he'll be looking to bounce back here. Miami, 21st striking out versus right hand pitching, but his line sitting at 6.5. He hasn't faced this team. This year. Other things you could look at there. If this outs prop was at 17.5, I probably would go there. Lately, the walks have been a problem for not a problem, not too much of a problem. I mean, 2 walks there. I mean, I guess so. You can he's hit this number every game. I mean, 6 out of his last 7 games there. Don't want to look at hits, and I too much don't want to look at the earned runs there. And then you got Alcantara there. He has I don't really look to him for strikeouts. And then Toronto is striking out They 25th in the league in striking out versus right hand pitching. The outs for him could be intriguing, but it's too high at 19 and a half. And the walks have been a problem for him. All right, 1.5, not a realm of possibility there. Minus one, I think that's a plus 130. And then you see how juiced it is to the under there. Juice. Wait a minute. Let me see. Do I have that in my player prop? My player pool? No, I don't. So maybe I should add this here. So let me go to pitcher props. Let me go to walks. And was that a plus 135 that I seen? That might have just been a minus 130. Who was I looking at? Alcantara. So his walks is a minus 110. Okay, a minus 110. I'm gonna throw that in there. That'll be a straight bet if I decide to go there. That's only if I decide to go there. Okay. Um, but let me go back to batter props, hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay. Yeah, that's if I decide to go there. All right. Now I'm not looking at any bats from this game here. Baltimore Orioles here. So let me see. Austin Hayes was in my player pool at 1.5 and minus 110. And Yandy Diaz a minus 155 over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Ryan O'Hearn minus 105. He will strike out. Like I said, he will strike out yesterday. He struck out twice yesterday, but he did hit that bomb. Okay. So that's minus 105 if you like it, be my guess. Gunnar Henderson at plus 100. I liked him yesterday. He ended up in the lineup and he got there. Yeah. All right. So let's see. All right, so yeah, so the outs, the walks there kind of pretty much intriguing. He's 8 for 14 to this number. Uh, Toronto are 20th in the league in drawing walks there, and the earned runs he's been giving it up, man. I mean, he's hit this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last 7 games. 2.5 earned runs there. It's just hard to pinpoint when Toronto is going to explode for runs, but I couldn't talk you off of it because the earned runs because they will leave Sandy Alcantara out there. All right. Anytime he goes out there and pitching all these outs like that, he could be susceptible to giving up runs. Toronto WRC plus they 7th in the league versus right hand pitching on the season. All right. If I'm taking the side in this one here, I don't bet too many sides. It's kind of a fishy line right there, and you get a decent number like a minus 136 for Toronto there. Keep in mind, Gosman hasn't faced this team, but hey, we'll see. Sandy about to get touched up. I think it's a possibility he probably gets touched up. All right. He ain't been looking good. This might be a get right game for Toronto. If you like Toronto, you could take them at a minus 136. First 5 would probably be cool too. All right. First 5, couldn't talk about the first 5 either. First 5 full game. All right. Colorado Rockies at Cincinnati Reds here. We got an over under 9.5 in the spot. Seabold on the mound. We got Abbott on the mound. Abbott's been pitching good. You know what I'm saying? Still early in the flick. I think this is probably his 4th game here. But Seabold's been trash. Okay. So, at the end of the day, it's Cincinnati Reds are nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Bats here. I got a few bets already in my player pool from this game here. I couldn't talk you off of nobody here. Probably favorite bet. I don't know what my favorite bet here is gonna be, man. It's probably gonna be I got some bets in there though. Let's see. Or did I put them in there? Jake Fraley. Let me see if we got lineups out for this one here. Any lineups for this one out? Let's see. Okay, so I can just show you guys right here. Votto, home run candidate. Looking at his numbers from last year, especially at home. Yeah, home run candidate. Jake Fraley, home run candidate. Ellie, home run candidate. I like all these guys. All the way, I like all these guys, man. It just is what it is. I like all these guys. Colorado, they just haven't been good versus left hand pitching, man. It's not it don't look good. They haven't been good versus left hand pitching, and it is what it is. I mean, you could look at the numbers on the season there. WRC plus, they are last on the season. 62. That's 38 below average there. You can look at 30 days if you want to. They are last 50 below average right there. Okay. WRC plus last 2 weeks and so on and so forth. Versus left hand pitching, they've just been trash. Okay. So let's see. They still bottom right there. All right. So striking out versus left hand pitching, Colorado fourth. Last 2 weeks, last 30 days, striking out versus left hand pitching. Colorado second, and on the season, striking out versus left hand pitching, they are fourth. Okay. So right off the back, I mean, Abbott, like I said, it's early in the flick right now. This is his third, this will be his fourth start. I don't know. This will be his fourth start. What's this? I don't even want to look at none of his K numbers right now, man. Let me see something. Let's go to let's take a look at his let's take a look here. Hold up. Let's see. Abbott. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. Load up for me. 3 games started. K percentage is 16.9. I didn't look and see what the line was, his K line was, but let's see. Cincinnati. AAA game started. 305 earn run, FIP 4.3, 4.6, XFIP 3.6. Okay. AAA numbers. 54 strikeouts in 38 innings pitched. That was in AAA, and then he's this 3 starts here. He's got 12 strikeouts and 17 innings pitched. So that's not a lot of it's not a lot of Ks right now. We'll see. What's the strikeout line at? Strikeout line is sitting at 5.5. Interesting. Okay. Let's look at the lefties that got there versus them. Brandon Wilson got there. Paxton got there. Snell got there with 12. Paxton got there with 8. Garrett did not get there for 4.5 strikeouts. These are left hand pitchers here. Andrew Haney didn't get there. Where were they at? That's what it was. So you know what? Though? I almost forgot. You got to take into consideration. Well, it don't fucking matter if you ask me. Coors Field, it don't even matter in this sense here. But when you look at some of these numbers, you got to take into consideration. Some of these games have been in Coors Field. You'll get your ass knocked around in there. Okay, real bad, just like this ballpark, Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati Reds Ballpark. They're gonna put up big time numbers in there. Okay, so I ain't even gonna look at it. We see how bad Colorado is versus left hand pitching. Moneyline parlays, run line straights, and like I said, I'll just come over here to you know what? In fact, I'll just go over here to DraftKings and I'll show you guys what I like. Let's see. What team was that? The Reds. So, where is the Reds? Did they take that game down? Interesting. They took the Reds game down. Gotta watch out for pitching changes and stuff like that, but yeah. So, all right. I'll show you guys right here. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Probably De La Cruz probably gonna be my favorite right now. Couldn't talk you off the power for Jake Fraley and Votto. Total bases and home runs right there. Yeah. India. And these guys got some history versus him. India, he's 4 for 6. Bird. Who is this? So they changed. They got a pitcher change. That's what happened. Jake Bird. Who the fuck is Jake Bird? This is probably going to end up being a bullpen game. Jake Bird. Who the fuck is this, man? Damn. Who the fuck is Jake Bird? Damn. We got a pitching change. So that changes shit up. I know what to do. Let me see something, man. Let me see. That changes things here. What's up with the bullpen here? Colorado. Oh, okay. So if they go to bullpen game today, then they the sixth worst right now in ERA. So I have to what time this game come on? I have to look and see what the hell. 11:36, man. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play it. Sometimes they'll start Jake Bird or somebody like that, and then still let Sebo, finish, play the bulk of the innings or something like that. So it's all messed up. Either I don't care who they roll out there, man. Now it's gonna be Cincinnati or nothing. I just need to really reiterate my bats, man. That's messed up. Chicago Cubs at Pittsburgh Pirates. We got an over under 8.5 in the spot. All right. We got Hendricks on the mound. We got Rich Hill on the mound. Okay. And don't look now, but the Chicago Cubs, they back in the hitting, in the hidden lefties category. You know what I'm saying? They strike out. They will strike out, versus lefties or righties, but Rich Hill got to come out here and bring his shit. So right now on the season, Chicago Cubs, they seventh in striking out versus left hand pitching. The outs here, I don't want to mess with no outs. I don't want his walks. His walks, I got it in my player pool. You can get it at a minus one at 1.5 for minus 146. I couldn't talk off of that. As you can see, he's 11 for 14 in that number, and then the Chicago Cubs are eighth in drawing walks to left hand pitching. I like it. Hits allowed. He's shown the ability to give up a lot of hits. Like I said, Chicago on the season, they number 5th in WRC plus versus left hand pitching. I like it. 2 earned runs here, 2.5 earned runs. Couldn't talk you out of that. Couldn't talk you out of that either. I ain't even gonna lie. Hendricks on the other side. Hendricks been pitching well. Hasn't given up more than 3 runs this season. This will be his 6th game pitched. It's been okay. 5 hits to Baltimore, 1 hit to San Francisco. Interesting. That's very interesting. More than 2 walks once and the outs. He went 7 innings, so he stretched out. He went 7 innings versus San Francisco. He stretched out. He's shown the ability to do that. I like this 16.5 outs for him. Let me write this shit down because I didn't even see that. 16.5. Let me get these 16.5 outs here. That means he doesn't have to go 16. He doesn't have to go 6 innings. I'll take my chances on that. Versus a Pittsburgh team, 22nd WRC plus. Can Pittsburgh come out here and bust them up? Probably can, but I don't see it. At the end of the day, I've been riding these Cubs last few games versus Pittsburgh. First half, I've been taking the Cubs the first 5. Okay, so right now I'm probably leaning towards the first 5 here. Couldn't talk about the 3.5 Ks for Hendricks, but I don't look to him for strikeouts. Probably more of a contact pitcher there. All right. Shit. Do I got any bats in here? I don't even think I put. Oh, did I put any of my Cubs in here? Yeah. So, what's the lineup? Let's see what the lineup is. It's always important to see what the lineup is. Okay, Nico Hoerner. Yes, sir, baby. Nico Hoerner leading off. Morel right there. Suzuki, Mancini. Mancini got like 2 or 3 home runs versus him. They got Yan Gomes in the lineup. I knew they was gonna put him in there versus a lefty. He might get platooned. You never know. They got Mike Toshman. He's been leading off, but now he's hitting. Now he's down here. Jackson Winsky. No, what's the name in the lineup, man? No, they moved up to Brian Hayes. No, Brian Reynolds in the lineup. Okay. Give me them Chicago Cubs, man. Give me them Cubs. Give me them Cubs. Give me them Cubs. Give me them Cubs. All right. So the bats that I had in there was kind of playing out. Some of the bats that I had in the line in my player pool over here. Morel, which is 936 OPS versus lefties. Yes. Yan Gomes, 969 OPS versus lefties. And Seiya Suzuki, he's hitting lefties pretty well. 859 OPS. Cody Bellinger, was he in the lineup? Oh no, Cody wasn't in the lineup. Interesting. They was waiting for him to get his swagger back. But so Cody Bellinger is not in the lineup. I can move him out the player pool. And Trey Mancini, watch out for Trey Mancini. It's time for him to get off the schneid. He's 6 for 12 versus. I mean, he's 3 for 8 versus Rich Hill here with 2 home runs. Okay, so a little bit of power there. I love to see him hit a home run today, man. And then Yan Gomes, yeah. I think he's going to be in trouble today. I think Rich Hill is going to be in trouble here. What's the team total here? Probably 4.5 for the Cubs. Let's see. Team total here. 4. I like that. Give me the over 4. If you get stuck on 4, it'll be a push. Cubs, I got Cubs money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard for me to make that decision. Okay, so there you have that. Kansas City Royals at Detroit Tigers here. Interesting game here, man. I don't know what to do with this game, man. Tell you the truth, man. Like I say, Singer, I mean, Boyd is better on the road. He's shown the ability to get hit at home. I know that. I was looking at the numbers earlier. We'll see, man. I mean, let's look at the earned runs for Boyd. So at Minnesota 4, Arizona, of course, they got to him either way it goes. At Chicago, 1 run. He's a lefty at Chicago White Sox. The White Sox hit lefties well. So he gave up 1 run there. Home versus Texas, he got hit because he's not as good at home as he is on the road. At Kansas City, he gave up 1 run at Kansas City. Washington, 3 runs. At home, 5 runs versus Seattle. At St. Louis, 3 runs. At home, Baltimore, 6 runs. At Milwaukee, 2. At home versus Cleveland, they were struggling at the time. He did good versus the Houston first game, and then Boston. So I guess, I mean, it is what it is. He's at home versus Kansas City right now, and he pitches better at home. I mean, on the road. Okay, so if you're looking for some bats here, that's the only thing I could look at, man. I don't want to take a side in this one here. So I have some in my player pool here. Now, Salvi Perez is in there just off for the simple fact that he does have 2 home runs versus him. He's 11 for 46. He's seen him a lot, so he's an honorable mention. He's just getting tossed in there. Matan, Brady Singer, he's giving up a 941 OPS versus lefties, 820 OPS versus righties. Singer is in play. Kerry Carpenter is in play. Michael Garcia, he's batting 5th. He's in play. He's 1 for 2. 821 OPS versus lefties. Bobby Witt Jr., hits, runs, and RBI candidate here. So I'm gonna like him for hits, runs, and RBIs. So there you have that. Those are a couple bats that I'm looking at right now, and all those Cubs that I said they hits, runs, and RBI candidates here. All right, so those are a couple bats right there. Let's keep it moving here. What we got here? Arizona Diamondbacks at Milwaukee Brewers. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Teheran has been pitching good. He's got a really, really good test. This is a really good test for him right here. Okay, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs here. Arizona coming in, WRC plus 8th and WRC plus versus right hand pitching. He's gonna get tested today for sure. Strikeouts, he's 4 or 5 to this number. The outs, He's been, going 17 and a half outs. He's been doing that lately. You know what I'm saying? He's been going 6 innings, and he hasn't given up more than one walk. Zach Gallen, on the other hand, Milwaukee will strike out, man. They showed the ability to strike out versus right hand pitching too. You know what I'm saying? Not only left, but I was all over Yelich and Tellez yesterday. They wet the bed for me. That was crazy. That was bad. Let me answer this real fast. See what it is. Hello? No, you got the wrong number. No, 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 no. You got the wrong number, fam. You got the wrong number. All right, thanks. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, so yeah, Zach Gallen, earned run sitting at 2.5. It was If it was a 1.5, I would have took a stab at it. This game here, I don't know what to think about this game. I mean, Zach Gallen, his walk sitting at 1.5, and then he's hit this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of his last 6 games, 5 of his last 7 games. Milwaukee is 13th in drawing walks there. I couldn't talk you off that walk play for a parlay piece, but this game here, it's at the end of the day, it's gonna be Arizona or nothing for me in this spot, man. Fuck it, man. Favorite bet here is gonna be Corbin Carroll, man. Corbin Carroll hits, runs, and RBIs. You can, I can see him getting there in instances, but this kid, I don't know, man. Gallen and Teheran has been good, so what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm undecided, man. 8.5 over under. Interesting. Interesting. New York Mets at Houston Astros over under 8.5 in the spot. I want to lean towards the Astros here. Tyler McGill, he's not good on the road. So I want to lean towards the Mets here. I mean, Houston here. So right now, until further notice, I mean, the game getting ready to come on shortly, but it's going to be Houston Astros or nothing for me. Maybe. I got a bat or two here. I was looking at I was looking at Altuve hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay, Altuve. I was looking at his hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's see. So I did say I like Bobby Witt Jr. hits, runs, and RBIs at -155. Carpenter and Matana can talk you off of those guys. Salvi Perez, he is a home run candidate here. McKinstry will probably be leading off. He'll be a candidate as well. And then Corbin Carroll, his hits, runs, and RBI sitting at 2.5. I still got interest in it. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty good there. Yeah. So, and then for this game here, I did say I liked Jose Altuve. It's a parlay piece. It's -150 right there, and for 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Oh, and I do like Alex Bregman at -140 for his hits, runs, and RBIs right there. Okay, so there you have that. Okay. I mean, you got guys like Pete Alonso, his hits, runs, RBI sitting at -135. Couldn't talk over that. Good straight betting action there. Okay, straight betting action there. All right. If I'm taking a side in here, I get a pitcher lean towards Houston, so it'll be Houston money line parlays, run line straight for me. But that's if I decide to bet that, which I probably won't. St. Louis Cardinals at Washington Nationals here. We got weather, man. So keep an eye on the weather. This game's probably going to end up starting out postponed. So I wouldn't look at none of the pitchers there. But he said if they do go, then it will be good pitching weather with 20 miles an hour winds blowing in. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here on this one here. If this game if it was sunny outside, and I would say, hey, I'm looking at the over 9 in this spot. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, so moving along to Atlanta Braves at Philadelphia Phillies. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot, and we got Smith Sharper, who's been pitching good, and then Aaron Nola, who's giving up a home run. Like he's been giving up home runs, man. Not too many, but he's been giving them up at the wrong time, man. 4-run shots, 3-run shots. You know what I'm saying? You couple that with the fact that this Atlanta team, they fourth for WRC plus, fourth for on base percentage on the season versus right hand pitching, and they've been scorching, man. So right now you're looking at the earned runs. I couldn't talk you off of that earned runs for Nola. Versus Atlanta on the 25th, I want to say he gave her 5 earned runs. Okay, he's giving a 4 run. Look at that. He's giving a to this line right here. He's 10 to 15 to this line. I don't know what happened to Nola. You know what I'm saying? He drops the K's here and there. You know what I'm saying? He'll come with a K package here and there because he did get 7 Ks versus Atlanta, but lately his K's been off the chain. He's had 7 Ks or better in 5 of his last 6 games, but ain't no way. I don't care if he gets there or not. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. His props in at 18 and a half. He went 6 innings versus Atlanta last time, but that hook is a mug. I don't want to fuck around with that hook. And the walks have been a problem with him. He had 2 walks versus Atlanta. Now his walk Atlanta 8th in drawing walks. Okay, 8th in the league drawing walks versus right hand pitching. You'll get this prop at -1.5. The over, you get the over over at -107, the under at 137. It's juice to the under. He's over 50%, 53% to this number on the season. It's a good chance. It's a good chance he can draw them couple walks there. All right. Yeah, it's a good chance. So that's a good bet. If you ask me, that's a good bet on the over. That's a good bet. Or shit, he almost 50% to that. So the under could be in play today. But as hot as these bats been, I probably would take the over there. Speaking of bats, going up against a right-hand pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, I always look at Ronald Acuna. He's got good history versus him. 122 OPS versus Nola. He's 14 to 40, batting 350, and 5 singles, 5 doubles, 4 home runs. Running back to Olsen. All right, those are the 2 guys I look for for righties. He's 4 for 17 with a home run there. Okay, versus the kid Nola. All right, so these 2 guys, they got history there. Those some guys I can look at. Couldn't talk you off of somebody like Nick Castellanos, whose OPS is 845 versus righties. Bryce Harper is just Bryce Harper. He's 948 OPS versus righties. He can go boom. He's definitely due for a home run. He's double due for a home run. All right, now Smith Sharper, man, I don't know, man. He's been pitching really good, man. He's been pitching really good, man. I can't talk you off of that. Nothing for him, but it's only been 4 games, so I don't really. I need to be having like 4 or 5 plate appearances. Unless your numbers are just really, really good, blowing me away, or really, really bad. I need about 4 or 5 games under your belt. So it is what it is, though. No comment on that. I still think Braves. So look, the Braves you're getting plus money with the Braves right now. Shit, you get plus money with the Braves right now. They the dogs right now. We'll see. Braves on the road. We'll see. They've been smacking up righties. Interesting. Shit, Nola. Wait a minute. Let's see what these first 5 numbers is. Let's see what the first 5 numbers is here. All right, so first 5 plus 108. Cause the book's expecting the first 5 total runs. 4.5, over under 4.5. Pitcher props. What's the, so the Braves team total must be 4 then. Is y'all telling me that? Right. Okay. The Braves team total is 4. Interesting. Over under 110. I don't know. It's team total. Braves team total is 4, and I know they put up 4 runs on them last time. They put up 5 runs on them at Atlanta. He's allowed 4 home runs. Let me see. Let me filter this to 4. Let me filter this to 4. 3.5. 8 for 15 on the season to 3.5. So 3.5 runs earned for Nola here. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So you can, it's just ways, you can look at things there. We'll see. Philly have been in the win category lately. This could be a tough one, or you can look at Smith Shaw has been okay. You might can look at the over. I don't know. Fuck, man, that was some shit there. Seattle Mariners at New York Yankees here. We got over under 7.5. I get a pitcher lean towards Seattle here. I was looking at some numbers from last year since Castillo hasn't faced this team this year. He looked pretty good versus this team right now. We know there's no Nola right now. I mean, we know there's we know there's no Judge right now. So last season, 8 Ks, 8 Ks, and 7 Ks versus the New York Yankees there. Outs, he went, comfortably in the outs category, 6 and 7 innings there. The walks was a problem. I don't know about right now. I won't take his walks right now and earn runs. But that was last season. He hasn't faced this team this season here. He hasn't. So I want to lean towards Seattle here. I get a pitcher lean towards Seattle. I want to lean towards Seattle in this spot here. All right. Find a way to get that -1, get that 66 cent off of there. Maybe a couple strikeouts. I don't know. But I want to lean towards Seattle in this spot. I'm really, really undecided. 7.5 over under. It is what it is. I don't know who this Williams kid is. Pitching right here for this Cleveland team. Blackburn on the mound here. We got over under 8 in this spot. I'm looking at I was looking at Ramirez hits, runs, and RBIs. If you want to take a stab at that, be my guest. But at the end of the day, I guess it's probably going to be Cleveland Guardians or nothing for me in this spot here. Boston Red Sox, Minnesota Twins, over under 8.5. Boston Red Sox been on fire. Okay, Sonny Gray. Here's a guy who just can't stay in the game as long as we need him to. Okay. Looking at the outs here, he's went 6 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this season. Okay, so that's it's been he can't stay in the game. Get the pitch count ran up on him. K's look good here and there. You know what I'm saying? Strikeout props in there 4.5. Boston is not the team you want to mess with when it comes to striking out. They don't strike out much. I mean, you could target them, you can catch them out there, but they don't strike out much. All right, so. The walks, I probably won't look at no 2.5 hits allowed. Probably won't even look at that, even though it might hit in the earned runs for on Sonny Gray. So Boston, they are they number 10th at WRC plus versus right hand pitcher. The bats that heated up. So I usually watch. When they get to hitting on the road, they hot. Boston hot when they get to hitting on the road. 19 on base percentage there. Even the last week or so, they've probably been even better. So I couldn't talk you off any bats here. I thought a lot of the bats looked good, but I didn't put all of them in my player pool. Some of the bats did look good there. So let's see. I think I had who in that Verdugo, but I just didn't put a lot of bats in my player pool from this game. And it don't look like I put any bats in there. So, I could take a look at some of the bats here though. I could look at some of the bats here for you guys. And it is my tool is acting up for me. Come on here. I'm gonna filter this just to the Red Sox real quick. Verdugo, like I said, I was looking at Verdugo. He's got a home run versus him. He's 3 for 5. I thought I did put these guys in there because I did. I like Verdugo. I like Yoshida, Devers. Well, all these guys are in play. Justin Turner. All these guys are in play. It's just hard to decipher. You know what I'm saying? Which ones to go to? Okay. at the end of the day, Boston Red Sox they I get a picture lean towards Minnesota here. The Minnesota bats, it's hard, man. I was looking. If I had to take one bat from Minnesota, it would be Byron Buxton. His numbers are okay. One bat. If I'm taking Byron Buxton, and probably take Verdugo here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm undecided on the side here. I don't know. You get good value with the Boston Red Sox. I'm plus 108. Texas Rangers at Chicago White Sox. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. Martin Perez and Michael Kopech on the mound here. Okay. White Sox get a lefty. It is what it is. Pick them minus 108. Shit. Martin Perez. I think he's probably about to get hit here. I think he's about to get hit. Like I said, 9.5 over under here. I think he's about to get hit. You could look at the team total or something for the White Sox. White Sox at home. He gives up over 800 OPS to lefties and righties. Martin Perez. Kopech is hard for me to nail down who or what he wants to do and who he is. But at the end of the day, I know I got two top bats for this game here, and and both of them, with three full bats, man. I mean, my top bat here is going to be Luis Robert, 1100 OPS versus left-hand pitching. This White Sox team supposed to hit left. They hit left-hand pitching really, really good last year, and they're starting to hit them good this year. So it's always been White Sox versus lefties for me. He's 3 or 5 versus Perez there. Two singles, a double. He doesn't have a home run. He's been in the home run. He's been living in the home run category this year. Couldn't talk off a home run for him. Tim Anderson, yes, please. Hits, runs, and RBIs for these guys. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Berger. And like I said, this guy, he gives it up to lefties and righties, okay? He gives it up to lefties and righties. I don't know if I put Berger in here, but Berger is probably, so he's 2 for 3 with a home run, 921 OPS versus lefties. He's probably gonna he might you could put him and Robert neck and neck for home runs right now. So I'm really liking some of these Chicago White Sox backs. The hits, runs, and RBI prop here. Let's take a look and see what the numbers look like. I had Acuna Jr. in there for 1.5. That's a minus 140, and I had Matt Olson in there for 1.5. You get that at plus 100, man. Bryce Harper minus 160 for 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Like I said, I did have interest in Jose Ramirez, but it's at 2.5. And then coming down here to this White Sox game here, Corey Seager is definitely in play to lefties and righties. Garcia, interesting play here. He's due. So I like this hits, runs, and RBIs there. Now, Luis Robert, 2.5 at plus 120. Couldn't talk you off of that. I think I might sprinkle on that. And then Berger. They had Berger up there right now, minus 130 right now. I don't think the lineups are out for the White Sox right now, these later games, but check and see who's in the lineup, and then we'll figure it out from there. You can figure out from there. All right. Like I said, even we got to pick them right here. I don't know. I'm not picking no side in this shit. I'm not picking no side. I'll really side with the bats and keep it going. If I'm not mistaken, Kopech does have good numbers versus this Texas Rangers team, but I ain't even gonna look into it. All right. Undecided on the side here. Los Angeles Dodgers at Los Angeles Angels here. I thought Grove was gonna pitch, but he's not. Now we have a different pitcher to be determined. So we'll see. If Grove was pitching, it was going to be Los Angeles Angels for me, sure. All right, he's been ass. Now Otani's on the mound here. Minus 146 favorites. I need to see who's pitching, what's going to happen with the pitching situation, but it's possible I might be leaning towards Los Angeles in this one here. Okay. San Diego Padres at San Francisco Giants. We got an over under 8 in this spot. Yu Darvish on the road has not been the Yu Darvish that we've been seeing on at home. All right, couple that with the fact that this San Francisco Giants team, they are batting 300 off of him. All right, so they got some bats here that that can hit him. So they're showing Walker right now. I thought it would be Benaya. Maybe Walker's going to come in, then Manea is going to pitch a little bit more. So Manea, he's showing the ability to get his ass lit up too. So look into that. Look into that. All right. Now bats here. We got over under 8 here. Bats here, like I said, they got some bats here. They're hitting 300 versus Manea right now, and we got some bats here that's been taking his ass to the yard. All right, and there'll be 20 miles an hour winds in this park, but the park supposedly minimizes wind. All right, so Confronto, he's 4-13 with a home run, 722 OPS versus righties. Mike, he's 7-for-18 with 3 home runs. All right. 4 singles and 3 home runs versus Darvish. He's 842 OPS versus righties. JD Davis got big time power. He's got a home run versus 828 OPS versus righties. Who else? I mean, if Crawford's there, he's 3-for-16 with a home run, and Jock Peterson, he's 4-for-17 with a home run, 826 OPS versus righties. Big time. They got some power bats over there that have been taking his ass deep. So we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna heat check Solo. Solo's been on one. Couldn't talk you off of that. A lot of these guys here for hits, runs, and RBIs. So let's see. I mean, Tatis and Soto have been the guys. So hot. I need to see what these lineups gonna look like when they come out. JD Davis, I mean, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 115. Jock Peterson minus 115, 1.5. The 1.5 is Big Mike. Mike got 3 home runs off of him. You know what I'm saying? You get his 1.5 of plus 110. Confronto. So it is what it is. Might have to straight bet a few of those, man. Put some twos and fews on a few of those and see what happened. What's the total in this one again? 8. We'll see. All right, guys. That was the last game on the docket there, man. Last game on the docket. Let me see. 10:27. It wasn't. I didn't point out a lot of home run candidates today, and I just want to see if I can get you guys. I don't have to though. Let me see. Somebody from this small ballpark, Cincinnati, is just gonna. They put up. I think how many home runs they put up last game? I think 5, 6. I'll be on the lookout for Mancini. Did they move him up? Right? Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for Mancini here. I think he's got 2 home runs versus him. I think he's due. O'Hearn hit a home run yesterday. Santander did too. Votto is in play. De La Cruz hit one yesterday. He's in play. Fraley, De La Cruz, Fraley, and Votto, even Stevenson, those guys are home run candidates. Trey Mancini is interesting today. Nico Horner hits, runs, and RBIs. Suzuki hits, runs, and RBIs. Mancini is interesting. He's interesting. Gomes got power, 900 OPS versus lefties. He might, hey, Hap, we know. Sawinski's always a home run candidate for me. Altuve leading off today. I like his hits, runs, and RBIs. Hits, runs, and RBIs for Altuve. Bregman, hits, runs, and RBIs, hitting that 4-hole. Salvador Perez, a home run candidate. Bobby Witt Jr., hits, runs, and RBIs. Fuck. Let me see. Carroll, hits, runs, and RBIs up to a home run. Terran's been pitching good right now. I just don't. we got big time weather concerns here. I'm gonna just go over that. If the weather was great here, I would like the over in this one. That St. Louis game. Olsen and Acuna home run, Kansas hits, runs, and RBIs. I just showed you guys that. Harper as well, Cassiano as well. See, I don't know. Cleveland, Boston. See what the lineup's going to come out here. If Verdugo is leading off hits, runs, and RBIs, could talk off his home run. Buxton is an interesting play. Hits, runs, and RBIs up to a home run. Tim Anderson, hits, runs, and RBIs. Robert, hits, runs, and RBIs, home run. Berger, home run. Seager, hits, runs, and RBIs, home run. Simeon got Simeon got a home run versus him. Kopech, his hits, runs, and RBIs aren't out of rim possibilities. He does hit righties. Ohtani at home is a different beast than he is on the road. If he was on the road, I would like Freddie Freeman for sure. Mookie Betts too. I would like them, but I'm tempering my expectations on that one. And then, like I said, Jock Peterson, J.D. Davis, both of them, Confronto, Mike, all these guys got home runs versus Darvish. Darvish is not the same Darvish that you know on the road. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Soto's been hot. Tatis, these are two of the hottest bats in the lineup right now. Hits, runs, and RBIs is not out of realm of possibilities here. Sean Manaea been giving up the ass. All right. So if Sean Manaea is if he's pitching, so who they got pitching on over here? They got Walker on the books and Manaea. So what might happen? Walker might come out for an inning or two. Then Manaea might come out and finish it off. All right. So Manaea's been getting his ass tore up. Okay. He's been getting his ass tore up. Fernando Tatis and Machado and getting Sanchez and both. I'll be looking at the righties. Let's take one look at Manaea real fast, and I'm getting out of here. Okay. Because what's going to happen? He's going to probably come in and pitch the bulk of the innings right now. So let's see it. Let's see Manaea. Let's take a look at Manaea. Okay. Let's take a look at this barrel percentage. 13.1 barrel percentage there. He's getting his ass hit hard. Let's take a look at his game log here. Innings pitched 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3. So he's been middling around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's given up a home run in 7 of his last 9 starts. Earned runs 3, 1, 2, 5, 1, 4, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. San Diego Padres. Home run, 4 earned runs, 2 innings pitched. Soon as he come in, he get to giving it up. Soon as he walk in the door, getting his ass lit up. You say, what about used K's? What you think about the over 5.5? Is it too much? Let's go to Baseball Savant real fast, man. Let's go to Baseball Savant and let's see something here, okay? Let's go to Baseball Savant. Let's go to probable pitchers. Career versus current the roster here. 22.6 K rate, 407 WOBA, batting average 305, expected batting average 274, slugging 584. Yeah, they like I said, they do got a 300 batting average versus him. Let me see something here. Team batting Giants. I forgot how you fucking do that on Savant. Either way it go, 5.5 Ks, not out of the realm of possibilities. He can still get his Ks and still get lit up at the same time. Um, um, he is a. We know they in WRC plus. We know they're about sixth. We know they're about sixth in WRC plus. Uh, we know they're about sixth in fifth in WRC plus on the season versus right hand pitching, and we know they striking out the fifth most on the season in versus right hand pitching. What this is going to be, it's probably going to be a race here. So uh, at home versus San Francisco, he gave them 9 Ks. All right. Uh, they gave him 4 runs. He pitched 6 innings, no walks, 9 hits. That was at home versus San Francisco. Darvish is Darvish not that good on the road, not that good on the road. But he did give him 9 Ks. Now he's finna go on the road now. He's finna go on the road. He's finna go on the road. So we'll see. I couldn't talk you off of it if you want to get there. I probably won't get there. I probably wouldn't get there. You know what I'm saying? I like it though. I like it. I just probably wouldn't bet it, tease it down or something like that. It's just I guess it's no matter what happens first. And like I said, that game right there, they hit him 9 times. They hit his ass 9 times that game. You know what I'm saying? So they were still tapping on his ass, and the way these motherfuckers been playing, the Giants been playing. Shit, I don't know. Let's look at some of his splits real fast. Um, away. Mm, let me go to advance. Um, 29% K rating versus lefties, 21 versus righties. Home overall 29.8% K rate. On the road 21% K rate. 1.3 whip versus 1.12 on the road. XFIP 4.61 versus a 3.15. So his K rates: home versus lefties 36.6, home versus righties to 21.3, away versus lefties it goes from a 36.6 to a 20.9, and away stays the same versus righties. On the road, his K percentage drops dramatically versus righties. FIP goes up versus righty. Whip stays down. So he's a little bit different. He's a little bit different on the road, man. He's a little bit different on the road. At the end of the day, he's a little bit different. We'll see. It's definitely doable. He can go out there. It's definitely doable. They've shown the ability to strike out. San Francisco's shown the ability to strike out. Let's see. One thing here. San Francisco versus right hand pitching at home on the season. Let's see. San Francisco striking out at they 16th, 22% at home versus right hand pitching. That's on the season. Last 30 days at home versus right hand pitching. They still in 16th. They still 16th. WRC plus over 100. They 108. So they got their head above water in that area. I don't know, man. We'll see. Pitch mixes. You can look at some pitch mixes if you want. It's a lot. It's a lot you can do to try to decipher to make your decision. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got to pull that trigger either over or under. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, it is what it is. You can look a little bit in depth there. He mixes up a lot of these bullshit ass pitches. He mixes them up. He got a lot of pitches that he throws. I see. That fastball sinker. K percentage to that fastball sinker. Two batters with a high K rate. He throws that the most. Slider, they probably strike the fuck out versus that slider. I'd probably tell you that. Yeah. You need to bump that slider up to about 30% this game. They got a high K rate versus that slider. I know they strike out versus that motherfucker. That's a put away pitch. That four seam fastball. No, he don't want to be out there pitching that. So JD and Confronto. Other than that, what's some of these barrel rates between that? They got some guys that'll take that motherfucker deep though. So we'll see. We'll see. What about that slider? JD Davis will knock the cover off that motherfucker. Mike got 3 home runs versus him. So we'll see. What about that fastball sinker? Jock Peterson will crack that motherfucker. 24.2 barrel rate versus that motherfucker. All right. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Appreciate the guys, man. Appreciate everybody sliding through. I didn't look at them for K's, man. I didn't look at them for K's, bro. But like I said, appreciate you guys going through, sliding through here for this discussion every day, this healthy discussion. Peace out.